Excellent.
No pun intended. Excellent.
Yeah. Pun intended.
Oh, that was fun. There's your title for the show. Excellent.
Excellent. Yeah. No, that was not intended, but it was perfect.
I appreciate it.
I'm gonna stop the audio stream for a moment because I had a little difficulty on my end, and then I'm gonna start it back up again. So do not panic. Everything is going to be just fine. Basically, for some reason, the recording didn't happen.
Huh.
It's one of those days.
It is one of those
Okay, we're
days.
back.
Because I started this show in an office, and now I'm in a car.
What the what?
I know.
It's impressive.
You know,
Most impressive.
doggy mommy, hashtag doggy mommy problems.
Wow.
Apparently my dog is having a panic attack at the groomers. So...
You look very fashionable, Jenny.
So what I picture
Thank
there,
you.
Jenny, is like he's got everyone hauled up in a closet.
Yeah,
he's
right?
like, don't anyone move. You're not grooming me. No chance.
They called and they were like, well, he's sort of like pacing around in his cage. He's totally freaking out. Do you think you could come sooner than 2:30? I was like, oh, okay. Because apparently he just had his 7 teeth out, so maybe it's like a little too soon to take him to the groomer.
He's probably not a happy dog after having 7 teeth out.
He's probably not a happy dog. So, anyway. I just
Wait till you get
thought
that,
I'd
Roger.
share.
Wait till you get Tooth Fairy time. Tooth Fairy's
Oh,
been
yeah.
killing me this past month.
Oh, yeah.
My son's teeth are falling out all at the same time.
So, I remember. I vaguely remember what it feels like. Is it painful?
For your tooth to fall out?
Like for your son, because she's
No,
going
yeah,
through
it depends.
kidney-
Like my son just pulls them out of his mouth because he wants gifts. My daughter just cried like crazy if they were hanging on by a thread. So it's like it really depends on the personality. But my son tends to pull them out at like 10:30 at night. Like, and if you're the tooth fairy like I am in this home,
What?
it's not fun to suddenly he can't think I can't wait to see what I get tomorrow. And I'm like, it'll be something from the supermarket.
There's a box of Pop-Tarts you can't chew on.
Right. I finally went out and bought like 3 Tooth Fairy gifts the other day, just like 3 like Disney and Infinity characters. I'm like, I'm gonna keep these aside, keep them there, and he hasn't lost a tooth since. So of course that'll happen. So now, yeah, but with my daughter it was horrifying. She was terrified of it. With her I had to like hold an ice cube to her tooth and wait for it to numb, and then try to pull it little bits at a time, sing a song, put ice cube on there. It's just like it would be an hour and a half long process.
My parents used to give me cream de menthe on my gums after they.
Oh, there you go. You see, that's good.
Yeah.
Sure, whiskey would work too. It's not legal to give your kids Benadryl when they're not having allergic reactions. I think that's something I've noticed.
Do you save their teeth? Like put it in a little box?
Oh yeah, we do. And yeah, I mean, it's kind of strange. I always wonder if aliens discovered our civilization in the future, like why were they saving their teeth? But yeah. Mm-hmm.
I was thinking making a necklace out of her baby teeth.
Oh, that's kind of cool. I like
And
that.
then pretend I was like a surfer and I fought off babies in the surf in my life. Yeah, no, there was a big one.
Like shark's teeth. I love that. Well, those are the things you'll do, I hid shark's teeth one time. Our kids were we were at the beach, and the kids next to us were all finding shark's teeth, and my kids were like looking for shark's teeth and couldn't find them. I'm like, I can't find them. I'm getting really frustrated, so I went out and I bought me some shark's teeth and hid them in the sand, and the kids next to me found them.
Oh no.
I'm like, holy cow, what is that about? Yeah, that's bad news. You gotta watch that kind of stuff. That's really not good. That and also like the metal detectors at the beach are another fun thing to like go pre-hide things. Like, wow, I can't believe this would be just hidden under the sand. Go out with a cheap metal detector.
I've seen less and less of those guys.
Yeah, no, in New Jersey I think they still exist quite a bit where I go to the beach, but yeah, it's really there's nothing cooler than hiding like some really cool metal things and then coming back out with a metal detector and your kids thinking they found them. It's the greatest thing ever. They get so fired up.
It's true, but I mean, is it a white lie or is it just
No, if you tell them about it later.
Yeah.
Full
Or you
disclosure
charge them
happens
for the
later.
toys. If you charge them for the toys, you're okay. That's great you found that. Yeah, but the one thing I found one of those infinite portals that has the mirror that looks like a mirror with lights that goes on forever. I hid that under the sand, and when they're digging through it, and they look down, they're like, "Wow, there's a portal that goes on forever through this under the sand."
That's pretty
That was
cool.
There you go. That's a geek dad moment.
For sure.
So every time, the whole show, Tom, I was thinking, how's the NHL going to be pissed at me? And they won't be because everything I've talked about, all this stuff. So I was like, there's nothing that, I mean, they really, you nailed it. They did it too fast. They did it too fast.
Yeah. Well, and I think you did a good job of saying, hey, this is what they've said. This is what happened. I don't think they're trying to deny it.
No, they're not. I mean, they're very much aware of it. It is definitely a case of MLB thinking they could do everything without bringing more people on.
That's by the end of our conversation, that's what I felt was probably rung closest to the truth was just underestimated resource needs.
Yep, exactly. And we did HBO fine. That was no problem. So, HBO.
But HBO only needs serving, a little bit of publishing. It doesn't have all of the things that a live sports league has.
Right. Including, and the thing, they've been hiring writers too, and they've been hiring new writers, and that's been a big controversial issue as well because they're bringing on people who used to work in baseball that they know, but now work in hockey.
And they're like talking about home runs. It's embarrassing.
They're not Canadian enough.
Right.
Yeah, there's a whole bunch of things. Definitely get that.
Right.
That's for darn sure.
That's funny. Well, I think it was a really interesting conversation just from the aspect of, wow, just because a company has been amazing about things doesn't mean it can't have trouble.
No, yeah. And like you said, the fact that they didn't beta test this really in any way, shape, or form. It would have been, they didn't even they should have put it like they dual launched as a beta tag or something like that, or something they could have done. But this they're not a tech company, they don't think that way. That's like a tech company would have done that. They would not have.
Well, that sounds like an NHL issue, not a BAM issue right there, which is like, what do you guys want to do? And they're like, well, this is what we want to do. This is how we want to launch it. So, what I would have done is you launch it after the Stanley Cup in a free preview with classic games and last season's games, and then slowly build up till there's, a small charge to get started for the preseason, and then you do the official launch.
Right. It's perfect. And then you could have done it the off season still looks like there's still a lot of news going on in hockey, but it's not, it's not like you're in this spot. The other thing they introduced was really weird was this $2.99 thing, which we didn't talk about, which is that you get like the last 5 minutes of a game. You see that?
Yeah.
Very strange. And the overtimes and the shootouts only.
Yeah. No, it's
and
weird.
That's not how hockey works.
No.
That's basketball, perhaps.
Maybe.
Basketball's more along their lines.
See the last 5 minutes. Yeah, no, I want to have the Blues on in the background.
Right. You're not
just keep an eye on it.
And I went up to them and just in my cord killer stuff, I went up to the guy and I'm like, so does this mean we're gonna be able to watch in-market games now? Come on, right?
And he's
What's
like,
holding us back?
No way.
And he's like, nah, not quite, not yet. I'm like, why? Why in Canada can they and why can't? And I really just went hard at him for that. I almost asked Gary Bettman during his press conference. I'm like, I don't know, because that's really. I mean, it's MLB. This is MLB's fault for implementing it the way they have. It's NHL's fault for trusting MLB completely to do it. That's my thinking.
Right.
But because they really just handed over. They're like, okay, you got it now. We're good.
All right. Well, happy redundancy. The audio will be a little bit less full than it usually is, unfortunately, for this one. But at least I have a copy of it.
But fortunately, the dog is back.
Adorable too.
How is Jax?
I'll show you. He's working it. He's working it pretty hard. Jax!
Wow. Cute dog. Holy cow. I gotta text you that we did a cartoon. I'll text you, Jenny. I have a big dog and a little dog, so we did one of these fun cartoons of just I filmed them one time just screwing with each other, and our big dog is just and I stopped into pictures and then I put little captions on them, and it's just because we have a little smart Shih Tzu and a really dumb big corgi, so the Shih Tzu is just constantly toying with them, and it's fun to watch. So it's just really right up. I know. Tom, with your detective dogs, you'll like it too. It's all right there. They're just hilarious. Oh my gosh! And then we got hit with a giant blizzard too, and home. That was like watching a Shih Tzu who was 1 year old take on 21 inches of snow was fun.
That's awesome. Well, that was a great show. I listened the whole way, except on side streets where I would lose the call.
Oh, weird.
Anytime I was on a major avenue, I was fine. But if I was on a side street, it just errored the call out. It was interesting. Mobile internet. Okay, I'm gonna go so that I'm not driving while talking on the
Yeah.
hangout.
Good idea. I'm going to end the broadcast. Thanks, everybody, for watching. Thanks again, Ek. It was great having you.
Thank
Heck,
you
it was
so
a
much,
pleasure.
Thanks, Jenny. Thanks, Roger.
All right.
All right, we'll talk soon.
See you guys soon.
Bye.
Bye now.